Hello guys, how are you? In this video clip, I'm going to explain the substitution method with two examples, okay? Let's go straight to the point. Example number one. Example number one, we have the system for x minus 2y equal 8 and 3x plus y equal 2. Okay, we have a 2 times 2 equation system, two equations with two different variables. In this case, we're going to use the substitution method to find the x value and the y value because that is the objective, to find the value of the two variables, the x and y. Okay. Step number one. Remember that in the presentation you have the step by step in detail. Okay, you have what you have to do in step number one, step number two, three, and so on. Okay, step number one. In this step, we have to choose either of the two equations, either the equation one or the equation two. Choose either of the two equations and isolate the variable you want. In my case, I'm going to select the equation number 2. So I'm going to write it 3x plus y equal to. I'm going to write here that I am using the equation number 2. Okay. In step number 1, you choose the equation you want and isolate the letter you want. In my case, I'm going to isolate the letter y. When I say isolate, I mean that you have to leave alone the letter y. So you have to see who's the neighbor of the letter y, the 3x. So I'm going to take this 3x positive to the other side of the equal as negative. So we have, sorry, I'm going to use black. Y equal 2 minus 3x, again, because I took the 3x to the other side of the equal, now with the opposite sign, it's negative. So this is the step number one. We already got the expression of y, that is equal to 2 minus 3x. Okay, let's go to the step number two. Step number two, we are going to substitute. That's the reason of the name of this method. We are going to substitute the expression of y in the other equation. As we work with equation number 2, we are going to work with equation number 1. If you use, and vice versa, if you use the equation number 1, in the next step, you have to work with the other equation. Okay, in this case, we're going to work with another equation, that is equation 1. And I'm going to write it here, just for me to know that I'm working with the other equation. Okay, here, we're going to substitute. We're going to replace the y by its expression. Right, 2, I'm going to open a parenthesis, equal 8. Okay, what is the y expression? The y expression is 2 minus 3x. So I'm going to replace this y by its value. So the value of y is 2 minus 3x. Okay, I'm going to use my marker. This y is this expression. Okay, so I replace the y by its expression, that is 2 minus 3. Okay, now, next step, step number 3, we are going to eliminate all the parentheses we have. How do we eliminate, or how do we remove parentheses? We remove them by multiplying the number that is outside the parentheses by all the terms inside the parentheses. So this minus 2 will multiply this 2 and this minus 3x. So eliminating the parentheses, we got 4x minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. Now minus 2 times minus 3 is positive 6x equal 8. Okay, now we have a basic first order equation, so we have to solve it, grouping the numbers with the numbers and the variables with variables. 4x plus 6x equals 8 plus 4. Remember, this 4 was negative. Taking it to the other side of the equation, it is positive now. So 4 plus 6, 10x. 8 plus 4, 12. Isolating x, the 10 goes divided 12. And simplifying by the table of 2, 12 divided by 2, 6, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the x value in this problem is equal 6, 5. 5. And this is the answer. This is the answer. 4x. Okay? Just let me here for you to know that this is the same y. Okay. Step number 4. In step number 4, I think is the easiest part of the problems because here we're going to find the other letter that is missing. So I'm going to write here 4y because we already found the x. So we have to find the y. To find the y, you may use either of the two equations, no problem. So I'm going to use second 3x plus y equal 2. Okay, I'm going to replace the x value here. 3 parentheses plus y equal 2. Okay, what is the x value? 6 over 5. So basic math, we have to multiply this whole number by this fraction. Remember that this 3 has a 1 as denominator. As denominator the 1. So 3 times 6, 18 divided by 5 plus y equal 2. Again, we have a basic first order equation. So we have to group the letters with letters and the numeric coefficient with the numeric coefficient. So 2, this fraction is positive. Now, going to the other side is negative. Okay, so we have to do this subtraction of a whole number with a fraction. You may use the butterfly way, or as we saw in elimination method, the other way to eliminate denominators is by LCM. In this equation, we have just one denominator, this 5. To eliminate that denominator, we have to multiply the whole equation by 5. Okay? Because what is the least common multiple of 5? 5. Just remember that that 5 will multiply all the terms inside the parentheses. So, 5 times y, 5y, 5 times 2, 10, minus 5 times this fraction, so we can simplify in cross. And the answer here is 8. So, 5y equal 10 minus 18 is minus 8. Isolating y, passing the 5 divided, the answer is minus 8 over 5. And that's the solution of this system. X equals 6 over 5 and y equal minus 8 over 5. And this was the example number 1. Example number 2. We have another system. 3x plus 2y equal 8 minus 2x plus 5y equal 1. The same. We're going to apply the same steps. I'm going to choose one of the two equations. Okay, I'm going to choose the first one. Remember, you may choose the equation you want, and then you may isolate the letter or variable you want. We're going to have the same answer. Okay, 3x plus 2y equals 8. I'm going to write that I'm using the equation number 1. Okay, here you are going to choose the variable you want to eliminate. In my case, I'm going to eliminate the y. This is the letter I'm going to leave alone. How? Passing the 3x to the other side. 8 minus 3x, because the 3x was positive in the other side of the equation. Now it's negative. Okay, we have to isolate the y, but the y is not completely isolated because we have a 2. So that 2 is multiplying the y. That means that we have to pass the 2 to the other side of the equation divided. But the essential question here is, the 2 will divide just one term or all the terms of the equation? The answer is that the 2 will divide all the terms of the right side of the equation. So the 2 goes dividing the 8 and dividing the 3x. Okay. Now, okay, let's see here. We have 8 over 2 minus 3x over 2. Obviously, we know the answer of this simplification. This is 4. So the y, the final y expression is 4 minus 3 x over 2. Okay? This is the expression. So I'm going to. Now, in step number 2, we are going to put that expression in the other equation, as I told you in example number 1. As we worked with equation number 1, now in the step number 2, we're going to work with the other equation. In this case, the equation number 2. So we have minus 2x plus 5y equal 1. Here, this is the part when we substitute the variable by its expression. Minus 2y plus 5, we open a parenthesis, equal 1. Okay, what is the expression of y? 4 minus 3x. Okay, let me use another for you too. I'm going to use the same 4, but I'm going to use this marker. This is this. Okay. We replace the y by its value, that is 4 minus 3x over 2. Okay, again, in step number 3, we're going to eliminate that parenthesis, multiplying the 5 that is outside the parenthesis by all the terms inside that parenthesis. So we write minus 2x, 5 times 4, 20, 5 times minus 3 over 2, minus 15 over 2x equal 1. Remember that the 5 multiplies the 3, because remember, every whole number has a 1 as denominator. So the 3 is at the same level of the 3, so they multiply. 5 times 3, 15, and then we have the 2 in that denominator. Okay, again, we have this basic first order equation, but we have a fraction, we have a denominator. So what do we have to do to eliminate that 2? Of course, multiplying the whole equation. Remember, always the 2, because what is the least common multiple of these 2? 2. So the least common multiple here, that is 2, will multiply all the terms inside the parentheses. Just remember that. The 2 will multiply this, and this. Okay? So we write minus 4x, because 2 minus 2 is minus 4, plus 40, 2 times 20, 40, minus 2 times 15 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 2 times 1. 2. Now we have a simple first order equation where we have to group all the variables. Minus 4x minus 15x. In the other side, the 2, and the 40 goes negative. Minus 4 minus 15 is minus 19x. 2 minus 40 is minus 38. Isolating x, minus 38 divided by minus 19, we know that our x value will be positive. So 38 divided by 19, positive 2. And this is the x value. This is the first value, 2. Now, as I told you, the easiest part of this is when we are going to find the other letter. As we found the x, we're going to find the y. So for y, again, you may use the equation you want. I'm going to use the second one. If you want to use the first one, no problem. So, minus 2 plus 5y equal 1. So, I'm going to replace the x value here. That I'm replacing here, this arrow. What is the x value? 2. So I replace the x by 2. Okay, minus 2 times 2, minus 4, plus 5y. And this is basic. 1. And the minus 4 goes to the other side, positive. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And this is the answer. This is the solution for this system. X equal 1, x equal 2, sorry, and y equal 1. See you in the next class.